All right, we're live.
We are live.
Let me crack my beer.
Hey, look who busted their YouTube live chat, Cherry. The Fox Body Hoarder, Joseph.
So, how did this guy get Instagram certified?
You know what? I've been meaning to ask him this, and I keep slipping my mind.
Like he's the guy that got banned off Instagram and now he's certified all of a sudden.
Always pushing the limits.
So first things first.
Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say I got to bring the car in.
All right.
So let's see if the lip clears. So I got to be pretty careful.
Roger.
All right, you're in charge.
Okay. What's up, guys? Thanks for joining us. These are always kind of weird because you guys are obviously typing and I'm talking and live and whatever. Hopefully you can hear me all right. Chris could. So here, let's trying to think now. Oh, maybe I shouldn't talk. Can you guys hear that? The old war pig fires up but doesn't stay running. Oh, again? Oh, third time's the charm. Oh my God. All right, guys, buckle up. You're gonna clear.
It's in.
Well, it runs good.
Yeah. There we go. What do you think of the new fog lights?
Oh, yellow. I don't know. I don't know. Were those on there when you sent me the last video?
They might have been. Yeah, I just got like a little tint roll. Did them up quick. So the old Amazon special, right?
Oh. I don't know that I've ever seen it that small. Right? Usually it's...
Yeah, no, it's like $8, man. You could tint like a good number of fogs. Probably like a dozen.
And it goes on pretty good? You just peel them out and lay them on the bench and...
Yeah, and then, because it's rounded, you got to kind of work it a bit. And, let's be real, it's a ship box. You don't care how perfect it is. But, and it's all the way down there. It looks great, though, in my opinion.
Right. Well, I don't think there's... and maybe you can tell us a little bit about the latest and greatest updates. But I don't think there's, really any way that you can mess this thing up. You know what I mean?
Well, I know, right? Well... So let's do a test right now, because this is actually really interesting on the hood and the one-piece headlights, right? So obviously you see how the headlights look right now. Look at how bad they look as soon as the hood's missing.
Yeah. You know what's kind of wild though? It's something with the two-face, stitched together lower valance too.
Yeah, like that Halloween doll with the half-stitch face.
I think it's a combination of the two, because obviously the one pieces with the black behind him and stuff and the chrome mix. I think something that would change that completely would be, I don't know how you match that nasty old fiberglass black, but you know what I mean? Just a quick dusting of black to see.
Oh, and here?
Yeah.
So I actually did dust it in the video, but I was what's the word? Running
Churched
out
it
of
up?
daylight. No, I was running out of daylight, and the body work was so bad on this side. I just kind of like, it was actually like a high heat paint. So I've actually started blocking that out, and I'm going to get like a nice layer of fill. And yeah, I'll dust it back so it all matches. So right now it's
Right.
sort of like in progress.
Right. Yeah, it kind of looks like an old man's white eyebrows, right?
Yeah, but there you can get an idea with the Carter splitter on there for a little sneak peek for anybody. I put my beard here, and it doesn't fit.
No, not at all. Like, how many fingers between we got to talk about all this stuff too, right? I mean, some people follow Instagram, some people don't. So we got some help. Well, there's a lot of people, probably a bunch of them that are tuning in that have helped us out too. But Carter's Customs, for anyone that hasn't heard of Carter's Customs, they're worth looking up. They make some pretty wild stuff for, well, all the generations of Mustangs, really, from Fox bodies up.
Yeah, I know. And so the funny thing is, and you're going to appreciate this, Gary, I got the front on, and here's like a little, I guess, teaser spoiler alert for the video. So I thought I was just going to be able to bolt that on real quick, like I did the maker's lip. I knew the fog light bracket was missing, so I went and grabbed it off the parts car. But then I got underneath, and the actual bumper, like the real one for safety, was out of the car. So I actually had to pull the whole bumper cover off. Some of the studs came out of the bumper instead of the nuts coming off the studs. You know how that goes. So It ended up being a whole ordeal. But the good news is, like, every proper fastener that's supposed to be in the front from a bumper and rebar and all that perspective is back in the car. So we kind of got like safety taken care of. The lip was pretty straightforward to put on. The sides were super easy. And then I got to the rear, and well, guess what? The rear uses the holes in the gas tank cover to like kind of clip into as a holding point. And well, this gas tank is not mounted like factory by any means. In fact, there's like wire holding up the one side right now. So I couldn't get the rear on. So right now it's just front and sides, and I'm going to have to do a little bit of custom stuff for the rear. But the Carter stuff, really, really nice pieces, guys. Thank you again to them. And, there's going to be more. Obviously, you're going to see the kick going on. You'll be able to see more of their product. And it's just awesome that everybody in the Mustang community and all you guys that are tuned in right now and that have been supporting just love this thing. Like, what started as a joke, and now it's like, okay, yeah, let's drive it across the country.
I know. Yeah, it's something else, dude. So can you put like proper Fox gas tank straps on it, or has that section of floor been removed?
So where the two, I think even where those little pins for the straps go through in the back.
Yeah.
Those are gone. And then the actual mounts where the bolts go through, those are gone. So they actually had some square tubing coming down. The one square tube broke off, right? So yeah, that's going to be one of the things we're going to have to go over on it.
Okay. And then backtracking a little bit to the safety aspect. So we actually have something that'll slow down a front end impact, not just a radiator or rad support.
Correct.
Nice.
So we got it's solid now. We got something behind it.
Oh my God. Hey, I hope everybody that's watching this appreciates this stuff, because I mean, Lord only knows where this adventure is going to take us. Like, honestly.
Oh yeah.
Frankenstein.
Totally.
There was a good one that came. Who was saying something about Fox? No. Was it Shitzilla? Something on Instagram popped up today. It was something about Zilla.
Well, hey, if everything goes well, maybe, and a lot of people have seen it. People have been asking for the waffle and all this. And, I sort of threw threw it by you as well, Gary, that, if everything goes well at the Fox Fest show, well, maybe there's even more that could happen. And maybe if there is enough interest, maybe a Godzilla swap and some sort of donation. We don't want to say those words that YouTube doesn't like us saying. So
we should actually, that's probably not a terrible thing to bring up, like just the back behind the scenes BS that we've gone through trying to figure this thing out. So our initial plan, guys, was like, and this was pre shitbox too. We were going to do like and some people had even requested this. So for anyone listening that did, we were kind of already working on this, but we were going to do like a combined forces tip castle build. Find an average Fox body, let's say, and put our heads together with the little bit of time that we're going to have together pre-game and then, pre-trip. And then I know I don't want to say the word, but I think everyone knows where I'm going with this. We were going to do some sort of pull a number out of a hat or whatever, right? You would not believe the hoops you have to try and jump through to make this a thing. It's absolutely ridiculous. And we've got, 2 countries that we'd have to deal with as well. Like it was just a first-class disaster to try to glue together.
Not just state to state, country to country.
Yeah. So long story short, we wanted to do something because we had such a blast on the last adventure. And this seemed fitting. And during a podcast, anyone that hasn't checked that out, you're probably missing out on a lot of behind the scenes info there too. But I kind of got talked into doing this deal. I got shamed into doing it, actually. Man, I took a lot of heat on that pod.
You were kind of being a little bitch, though.
I know. Trying to be the voice of reason, and it backfired on me massively.
So, I guess, so where we're at today is, it's sort of like a build for the people, by the people, if you will. And, we got a list up on my website, theinfamousproject.com. There's a link to the shipbox right off the homepage there. And we got a list of all of the things that we need to make this car safe. Number 1. Number 2, to make it so that we don't catch some sort of disease during our journeys, because we're going to have a lot of time spent in the car. So on that list, you're going to see what we're asking for. Actually, I can probably go through, because Gary, you haven't even seen all the stuff that we've received yet. And, we've got some monetary donations, got parts, and like, we're not asking for the best stuff around. We're just asking if you got some stuff laying around that we might be able to use. Matt, Calypso Coyote, he had a 93 Cobra brake booster, and another guy had a set of upper control arms and all this and that, which is all things that are going to be beneficial. And what we're going to do is, well, at least this is the plan, right? So Gary's going to potentially make 2 trips. 1 trip so we can really try and take care of all of the mechanical safety things. And then the second trip before the show will be more like cosmetic, how cool we can, how much cooler or nicer can we make it? More focused probably on the interior and stuff like that before the trip. But we're probably going to pull the motor out. And, Hanlon, what's going on? We might need a T5 for this. So we're going to pull it out and probably spray up the engine bay a solid color, but we're going to get stickers. So to anybody who donates a part or, a couple bucks here and there, it's not only going to feed the beer fund, but it's more importantly going to feed the parts fund for the car. And we're going to do some stickers, and the whole engine bay. If some of you guys have probably seen that one car that has like $100 bills, all kind of vinyl wrapped in the engine bay. So our idea is to put like everybody who's contributed to the car on a sticker in the engine bay, and, just kind of give thanks to you guys. And what'll probably happen is that if we end up in a situation where we do draw something out of a hat, Gary, I think it only makes sense that all of those people would pretty much get a free token, if you will. right? And then obviously we could keep going with it from there. We're just still, honestly, we're still trying to iron out the details. 92 Silver Fox, Zach. We need to huge shout out to him.
Dude.
If you guys saw the
I might be able
image,
to bring that up while we're talking here.
Yeah, I think you can hit the present button. Yeah. So Zach like nailed it, guys. He even got the mouse. And for those of you that don't understand the meaning behind the mouse, War Admiral actually caught on to this. The very first video that I had on the car, he's like, dude, did you see the mouse in your video? And I'm like, what mouse? And at a certain time point, you can see it. It actually comes out, pokes his head out by the rear bumper, and then he runs away when I turn to him. So the artwork is phenomenal. We're going to turn it into T-shirts and maybe some koozies and whatever we can do. Me and Gary are trying to go over that. So for all of you guys who have been asking for tbox-Fox T-shirts, that is coming because we have the artwork.
Okay, buddy.
Oh, and Gary.
I got her figured.
tbox-Fox formats. I got them coming too. There we go.
Yeah, let us know what you think, folks. I think I can zoom in a bit here too. Oh yeah, there we go.
There you go. And then the old subliminal CN tower in the background.
Yeah, there she is. Yeah, Zach. I mean, and he's untrained at any of this, right? So the guy killed it. It was funny too, because like trying to figure this out, I had a picture in my head, but well, everybody knows how that goes, right? It's like, what do you like? How do you get that out of your head? Well, I don't know how to get off of this now, guys. So bear with me here.
Yeah, just don't go banning anybody like last time.
There we go. Right. Yeah, I got a picture in my head and I'm like on Fiverr trying to get someone, Lord knows where they even are, to help. And so you're trying to type like, here's the essence of what we're trying to create. And literally, well, I thought of Zach and reached out and I said, dude, I'm thinking graffiti, like, the car and you've obviously got a sick Fox. Help me extract this from my brain. And this is what he came up with, and like total home run, Yeah.
Now, good comment here, right? So saying that proceeds could go and just keep, I guess, a revolving tbox-Fox project.
Yeah, it's true. We talked about doing, so this is the unmentionable word that we're trying to avoid saying on here tonight. We thought about giving away koozies. This actually just came to mind because it kind of plays into the story. We should do tbox-Fox condoms. Because we're gonna have to wear one to drive this thing.
What's the percentage of success on not getting someone knocked up or catching an STD with this branded concept you want to develop?
Well, yeah, I know. I don't know if we need that liability hanging over our heads.
I wondered, like, we'll just go into Etsy and see who manufactures condoms on the cheap.
Right? Yeah. It'd be like the gas station style. We don't guarantee that you'll avoid getting knocked up. But you won't catch anything when you're driving the tbox-Fox.
Oh.
We have had like an absolute, not tidal wave, but like a lot of people reaching out, and folks, like, if you're on here, thank you so very much. Like, hey, can I throw you a few bucks to donate? Here's some parts. It's been unreal how many people want to be part of this whole thing. So super grateful for that. I think like I mentioned earlier, I think it's going to make a great story. We're trying to keep the heart of that car untouched. There is a thought that we may peel the motor out to tidy up the engine bay, but hey, watch the paint.
Look at those.
Holy.
Whoops.
Beauty. So there is a thought we might peel the motor out, but we've both made the promise to ourselves that we will not
Sorry, could you say that again?
Why is my watch picking up on my... Good grief.
Tell Siri to
We
shut
both
up.
made the promise to each other we will not like break that motor apart other than water pump or something silly like that.
So, quick poll.
Oh, Trent's
Check these
donating
out.
right here. Look at this. Jeez, thanks, buddy.
Oh, nice. So, Gary, I think I can smell the cigarette smoke right now.
Right. Yeah, Trent, absolutely, man. Okay, are these the taillight covers? My goodness.
Oh, yeah. Look at this. Look at, I think Brutal has that one.
Right. Hey, actually,
Solar
James
Wing
is on
2.
here. OG Superfly. James, hopefully that louver kit came off nicely. You should package that thing up and send her over to Texas. I think the tbox-Fox needs a louvered rear window. Oh my God. If that doesn't say 90s, that's like right up there with a 4-holder CD case Logic.
Well, you know we're going to have a CD player in this. Someone actually donated a Pioneer amplifier. They gave it to Tom at Ponies in the Smokies. So he's going to send it down with the Underglow kit. So that's right, folks. We're getting Underglow.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that thing deserves Underglow 1,000%. Trying to keep up on the messages here, folks.
All right, we got a good little box here of goods just to show you guys what we got. Quad shocks. Since we're running 19s, we can run quad shocks, right?
What kind of quads?
Just the Gabriels.
Nice.
Brand new Motorcraft water pump in the box.
Hey-o.
The one and only. Good.
Oh, yeah. FL1A.
Oil. We got oil and we got some Transmax Castrol for the transmission. Oh, this was for the number 3, the pool ball shift knob.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
Transmission mount.
Was the pool ball pre-done or did you drill and tap it?
It's pre-done and it comes with inserts. It's actually kind of cool. Yeah, it was like $13 or something.
Huh.
I guess I should actually be running some of these purchases by you. Like, it's not cool that I just spend the money without letting you know. Should like put in like an RFE or something every time I'm going to spend money.
Oh, here's James here. Did he donate the rear seat delete?
He did. So it's gray. We're going to have to dye it. No big deal. But he did. So, because I told him I needed to ask you if you wanted to delete the seat or not. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So, you know how I got the EGR delete plugin here after I found that weird resistor setup that they had done?
Yeah.
So, here's a doohickey that I pulled off another car. So, this is like a TPS inline adapter.
Oh.
And it's got a green LED and a red LED on the back. So I'm going to plug this in and see what it does. Like, I don't know if it tries to like constantly maintain 0.99 or what it does, but why not? Keep it old school, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
New one of these to keep the mice out because you know they love crawling up through this hole, right?
Yeah. Through the shifter boot.
Oh, most importantly, hatch struts.
Oh, yeah. Jeez, that's uptown.
I don't have to muscle it. Yeah, because right now I got a big, the stick holding it up.
Does it even have a hood prop?
No, there's no hood prop, man. The hood's a pain. You just lift it off and throw it. That's what I do.
She was lightweighted.
We got some weather strip. Keep us dry.
Nice.
And,
Tommy's here watching too. What's up, Tommy?
New bolts for the transmission mount too. So that's what we got so far. I know there's some more stuff in the mail coming. So again, thank you to everybody who's sending stuff, and I know Tommy's got the underglow coming. But,
Hey,
yeah, there
actually,
you go.
it's
There's
his
some of the
birthday.
stuff.
So,
Ooh,
Tommy,
should we sing happy
birthday, brother. War Admiral's birthday, folks. So if you want to wish him a happy birthday in the comments, hit him up. I know he's getting absolutely pumped on Facebook. Holy Christ, he's a popular guy.
That's what happens when you win all these shows, right?
Guys bringing
like
in home hardware.
Like the guy, he wins car shows, he gets magazine features, you know, he's got a badass haircut. Like he lets random people drive his car real fast. Thanks for that.
Canadians to boot.
Yeah. Yeah, no, great guy. Happy birthday, Tom, man. Seriously. What else we got in here? Look at this. Poly upper control arm bushings. You need them. All the bushings are in these ones. We need lower control arms if anybody's got a set, and we need front lower control. Like we just wanted to get the loaded ones, like control arm with the bushing and the ball joint, all that stuff put in there. It might be worth going tubular, Gary, because I want to get these in there, right?
Oh yeah, we should probably talk about these. Hey, well, you could tell a little bit about them. I know you did talk about them in your video, but
yeah. So interestingly enough, where is this now? I found a set of caster camber plates for $50 on eBay, and they're actually pretty nicely constructed. So the reason I didn't buy it for the caster camber plates, because anybody who listens to me, I'll say this is kind of a no-no if you want to go low, because it's solid and it just actually makes your ride even worse. But what I need is this part for the top hat here, because these coilovers that I had made actually mount from the underside. So there's no top hat portion. So I need to customize to kind of get this in there, weld it on, pass it up through, and then that's just going to get bolted from the top. And then you'll move it around in the factory slots, if it all works. But this is a custom coilover that I have had designed, custom spring rates, custom rebound. Just to give you guys an idea, since it's all laying right here. Oh, moving shit around. So not factory, but factory length. So this is all the way down. We agree, right?
Yeah. Right.
This is all the way up. So
yeah,
this is designed to be 3.5 inches lower over stock, just as it is.
Right.
So you wouldn't be able to drive on a 17-inch wheel with this. We'll put it that way. So will it work? We don't know, but it's worth trying. So this will probably be something I'm working on while I'm waiting for you to show up, Gary, because there'll be a lot of like testing and seeing if it'll even let us drive or not, right?
Yeah. Oh, we got injectors.
When do we buy those?
Oh, I missed
where's James? James, I got to test these out and make them a thing. My next move actually is going to be with external reservoirs. So I've got that in the works as well. So we'll see how it goes.
Oh, Lloyd's on here. It was his birthday. Well, happy birthday. I think, Lloyd, you were the fella that I put in jail at one time we were doing a live. I don't know what I'm doing here.
Misfit Motorworks. We can use those 24-pound injectors because there's 24 pounds in the car, and like I'm sure they're gummed up. Like I blew as much stuff out of the fuel rails and everything as possible. You got to remember though, that still would have been going into the tops of the injectors. So I think me and Gary talked about this as well. It would just make sense that the O-rings get changed, and we were going to potentially just have the injectors clean. But if we can just swap them out, if you know they're in good shape, more than happy to take those off your hands.
Dad's Fox.
Oh, nice.
Garage. Thanks, buddy.
Cheers.
Hey, you know what we should do? Let's see what War Admiral's doing right now.
You want to bring him in here? Get the creative mind. Let's get the birthday boy in here.
Well, he might be out for dinner too. Maybe he's just whatever tuning in on an earpiece.
Oh
or
yeah.
something.
Yeah. Why is he even watching us? He should be like.
Well, you know what happens on birthdays? Anniversary, birthday, and Christmas. I think we're all guys.
I don't know what kind of relationship you're in.
Wow, that's the way it used to be. I'll tell you that much right now.
Man, every day is my birthday. Oh,
What else
we got
do we got
here?
here?
Coming your way. Oh, Cobra Mass Air. Actually, what is? Now
All
I
right,
went and
Tommy.
covered the hood up with everything. I forget what Mass Air is on this.
Right. Copy. Okay, Tom's going to join us here, ladies and gents. Mr. War Admiral.
I still can't get over how well this car runs with that computer in here.
Well, it seems like it might need a little, well, probably needs a good run. And did you put fresh fuel in it yet? Because it kind of started like shit.
No, that's still like 2-year-old fuel.
Right.
It looks like a Pro M Mass Air meter on it.
Oh,
It's plastic, so I think the plastic ones are Pro M, if I remember correctly.
are they? No.
Well, I think there's two. There's a chrome version and a plastic version.
Yeah, I think mine's metal. Well, let me
Because
check.
the one in the stock reverts plastic.
I need a beer
So
anyway.
pop
I'll
your
check.
hood. I'll take the reins for a minute here.
All right.
All right, what do we got here? Listen to that. The old door time. Everybody knows what that sound is.
Can you hear it?
Oh, yeah. Oh, look at that. We got 101 people in on this. This is...
Oh, no, they're plastic.
Aha.
Yeah, mine's
I have
plastic.
seen...
Plastic.
Yeah, I've seen them with the chrome housings as well. I think it must be like an option. Man, I've been bad. I haven't even really checked out what's going on in the chat here. Have you been managing this properly?
A little bit. I haven't put anybody in the clink yet, so that's good.
Oh, look at this. tbox-Fox becoming one of the most famous YouTube Fox bodies yet.
Jeepers.
Why does everybody love shit? I keep saying it. Can we all relate to shit more than anybody else? Like, is that what's going on?
Well, you know what? And Tom's going to be a good one when he jumps on here to weigh in on this. Like, everything in the Fox, well, everything in the car world really is like, let's make it, 11 out of 10. Like, it's got to be perfect. So I think that's kind of what the shtick is with this car. Like, it's the exact opposite. And that's what probably makes it special, Here's a good look at this, because it's all we can afford.
Oh, I think we've all been there.
Oh man,
But it's relatable. But honestly, maybe there should be a tbox-Fox category at whatever, Fox Fest, Foxtoberfest, whatever it is. See if your car, like, obviously it needs to run and drive, but what do we got? Oh, is that B for birthday?
What's up, dude?
My man.
Happy
What's
birthday.
going on, guys?
Welcome.
Thanks, man. Sorry, I'm just getting my volume squared away here. So what's
How many
more?
years young, you old bugger?
45 today, dude.
Woo!
Yo, but
Yeah.
Chris just had a birthday too, though.
Yeah, but I'll always be younger than you.
Nah. I'm better looking.
Maybe.
So what are you guys talking
Your
about?
car's faster than mine.
Okay. Well, here's something you can weigh in on, buddy. I think everybody'd appreciate this, especially you coming off a weekend of pulling home some hardware. What do you think it is about the shit box that attracts so many people? Oh, hey Tommy, before Wicked, how do we do this? Wicked.
Oh yeah, I'll
Instinct.
just say it.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, so Wicked Motorsports is a really cool dude. His name's Curtis. He's actually our next guest up on the pod coming out Friday.
Sweet.
Younger
Nice.
guy, just starting off his YouTube channel. He pays attention to you guys quite a bit, so you also go check him out. It's pretty cool character.
Yeah. Hey, well, put your link up in the chat there, buddy. So, okay, but Tommy, what's your thoughts? What do you think is pulling people into the tbox-Fox?
Well, I mean, number one, the rat rod scene is awesome, right? Like, who doesn't love a proper rat rod? But number two, I think it's there's no stress, dude. You know what I mean? There's just no stress. I mean, it's intriguing me because it's stressful to try to maintain a perfect car, right?
True.
So I think the no stress, no give a shit, like no one cares. It's cool. It's real cool. That's what I think it is.
Yeah.
Anything goes, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's true. Look at this. Do you get the messages on your screen too, Tom?
Yeah, I actually just clicked the comment so I could see them now.
Okay. Yeah, that's true. No, I think it's as we were waiting on you to come in, I said, like you'd be a good one to weigh in on this because I mean you've got one of those like upper echelon cars that, and I mean you're not afraid to drive it. Christ, all of us on here have driven it. Like you're not even afraid to throw the keys to somebody, which is super admirable and awesome in itself. But I mean, yeah, it's like the exact opposite of what most people kind of chase, right?
I feel like, yeah, that's exactly it. There's just so I'm a little bit different with my car, I guess, Gary. Like I didn't build this car to sit in a garage or come off a trailer. Like it just wasn't the idea of it. Would we lose Chris again in his Texas service?
He said before we went live he might have issues, so.
Oh, gotcha. But yeah, the idea of just not caring and anything goes is just super cool to me. Because it's stressful, man. Like to maintain these high-end, crazy paint job, perfect cars in this world we live in, it's a pain in the ass. I'm not gonna lie, dude. It's a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
To constantly maintain it, constantly clean it. Like I detail my car every single time I drive it.
Right.
And
imagine like it's kind of as you're saying this, I'm thinking, right? And I'm like, man, we're gonna have to we'll pull into the show and it won't be the standard issue like, all right, who's got the spray, who's got the like water, what are we doing? It's like you just pull in and you're partying.
That's it, dude. It gives you a freedom too, like a rat rod. I call it like a rat rod style, like the shitbox rat rod style car. It just gives you the freedom to be creative and without criticism.
Yeah,
like you can literally do fucking anything. Oh
yeah.
I forgot we're YouTube live. I gotta watch my mouth.
I think everybody on here probably hears both our pods. They know what goes on, right?
Right. I curse the truck driver.
Speaking of which, I was getting kind of updated on the 5-0 Asylum today, and I liked your little rant. I wished it would have stayed in.
Oh man, Jesse cut me out. He's like, you can't be calling people out by name.
Oh, so he cut that part of it out. I see.
Dude. Because you know what, man, these people were just out of control. And it wasn't comments towards me that were getting me mad. It was the comments towards like, there was comments. I don't know if you're familiar with Travis Ford.
No.
Super nice guy, man. Like the guy was just a great human being in general. And the comments towards him were just utterly ridiculous. It just set me off, man. Sometimes people just need to hear it. One guy in particular that I called out a name. He was what's up, Danny? He just took it too far, but Jesse thought I went too far and edited me out.
Right. This stuff gets people, like, I get it, man. You know, like, we all wear our hearts on our sleeve, and we're all in this for good reasons. We love the community and everybody in it. And yeah, when people start pulling garbage like that, I got no time for it either.
Yeah. Who said that? We need a weekly rant. I'll try. This week's been one of those weeks.
Newfie Mustang, yeah. Yeah, the rants are good. I know, especially like when you can get on a good one. I know at the time you're thinking to yourself, oh my God, like this is going out to the world. What am I doing?
I didn't care at one little bit, man. It just got to the point where it was too much, you know? And then, like, I think we were going to leave it in there until Sunday night. And then Jesse messaged me. He's like, oh, I think I'm going to take this out. And it was like 11 o'clock or something Sunday night. And I'm like, I didn't want to be bothered with it. I'm like, do whatever you want. You know, just do whatever you want. So what's up, Brent?
Yeah, Hicks House.
So are you, Gary, are you sold now on the, are you committed? Like you're over being scared of driving this car?
Okay, here we go. Fuck me. Okay, so we brought this up earlier. I'm like, and I don't know. Again, I'm not sure who listens to what, right? But we did the combined pod, and I got fisted on this pod. I mean, I was just trying to be the voice of reason. Like, is this the best foundation? But the car already had a soul of its own. I'm like, I don't know why I'm trying to be the voice of reason on this.
You know why I like that car? Because that car's got like a personality, right?
Yeah.
Like, so I always talk about this on the podcast. Like, your car should have a personality, represent you, whatever it may be. To me, like, when I see a car, like, I like some cars are just nice. Some cars are just ugly, but some cars have like personality. That car has like its own, like, I don't know how else to say it, but it's like own personality, you know?
So,
Yeah.
so what do you think would have happened if I didn't cut the springs and put the wheels on?
Oh, no one would care.
That's
No
a good
one cares.
point.
So when did the personality show up? Like, do you feel like it was there, or the personality, you know, it's sort of like the born with it, or, you know, made or transitioned into it?
Look
I
at this.
think it
I'm
showed
getting
up
lit right up in the comments. Jesus Christ.
I think it showed up, Chris, honestly, as soon as you put the wheels on. It changed the game.
Yeah.
Right? Well, I mean, we all know stance and wheels change the game. But on that car, it just brought it right to life.
Yeah. No, and I think the wheels were just almost perfect for it.
Oh, they're dead perfect.
So here's my take on it, boys. I think that thing came to life. Like, you got attention from people when you like brought out the defibrillator, right? And you're like, oh, I'm just gonna pull the heart out of this thing and throw it to the wolves. And like the outcry, like, no, right? I think that's where it started. Like when you were giving it CPR, that was the beginning of the soul developing.
Yeah. Like once we could hear the pulse,
Right.
and that it had one. Yeah.
Right.
It's cool. So I didn't catch the beginning part of this live. What parts did you guys go over? The parts you still need?
Sort of.
Yeah, we've gone over everything that we've received, and
Oh my God.
in fact, it probably would have been smart to put the list up in the description. That was a fail.
Are you
Probably
changing the
edit
fuel?
and do that.
Are you doing a new fuel pump in that thing, Chris?
Actually, it should get a new pump. It's got a donor tank, but it should probably get a new pump because that came out of the parts car.
Yeah, for sure.
So I'm actually going to put the link to our part list in the description now.
Yeah. You should post that up on our Facebook group too.
Oh, boys, Zach's in here. We mentioned Zach earlier. Tom, have you seen the graphic that he's done for us?
I did. Actually, he owes me a graphic I've been waiting for, but we'll talk about that later, Zach.
Ah.
He did a really good job on that one. He's awesome at that stuff.
Oh, man. Yeah.
Super awesome at that stuff. Thanks, Puzzle.
Yeah, and he's been photoshopping up a storm. Like,
Yeah, he does a great job, man. Super cool dude.
Like,
if
if
no
any-
one, go ahead, Chris.
Yeah, you should, do like, if anybody's looking for wheels or whatever, reach out. And he might have to start charging.
Yeah, probably got a list a mile long, to be honest with you. So Gary, you didn't answer the question. Are you over being scared? You just said that you were trying to be the voice of reason.
Well, no, like, I mean, I don't know. I just thought, like, is this the car to do this with? And I mean, maybe I was basing some of that off of, like, well, Chris saying, this thing's just, it's parts is all it is. And I mean, you look at the thumbnail of the guy's video, like, it looks like a dumpster fire. That thing was a disaster.
And Tom, you weren't in yet, but the logo's got, or like the artwork has the mouse on it, which you were the one who actually pointed that out. You saw it in the first video.
I couldn't believe it, dude. I watched it like 10 times. It was 100% a mouse. I don't know. Did you ever zoom in on it, Gary, and see it?
Well, I tried. Like, did it scurry around the bumper or something in the tail light?
So right when Chris walks to the back of the car, is it when you open the hatch, Chris? I'll have to watch it again. But it's as soon as Chris comes
it's still on the trailer. I think I'm just sort of walking around and he pops up, but then I walk a little bit closer and then he scurries away.
He pops out in between the rear bumper and the quarter panel.
Yeah.
So there he is.
Someone mentioned something about Joe. There he is, Joe. Joe, so you like the combined pod, huh? I got a lot of messages about that. I was going to talk to you about that, but since we're here, I'll just talk about it now. Why not?
Yep.
I got a lot of messages saying we should just release it all in one shot on both.
Okay.
I could see that.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess people liked it better when they could just listen all the way through.
Well, it's true, right? I mean, for anybody that cares, like, we're trying to figure it out, right? I mean, it's a weird world when you're trying to appease, the masses, I guess you could say. And we didn't know if, like, some people listen to us and some people listen to Tom and John. So, like, we're just going through life like this, trying to figure it out, right?
Well, let's be honest too, though, right? Like part of the tactic behind it is to try and cross promote each other's pods. Like that is ultimately why we split it up. So, at the end of the day, it's whether you listen to, one group or you listen to the other group or you listen to both. I can understand that. That's us being selfish a little bit, trying to get, more of a following. But it's sort of like me and Gary tonight. This is going to both our channels at the same time.
Right. A question about that. So, can you guys see both comments on Gary? Can you see the comments on Chris's page and vice versa?
To be honest, I don't know, like, if these are combined or maybe I'm just seeing the ones on mine. I don't know.
No, so everything is combined coming in, but we can actually at the bottom choose to who we respond to. So you can have all, or you can say respond to one channel or respond to the other.
Yeah, I always wondered that because when you guys do this, I'm always like, do I go in Chris's? Do I go in Gary's? I didn't know if you could see the comments on both. You know what I mean?
I hope whoever's in here is liking. Click the like button, guys.
Yeah, seriously. Seriously. So I think on the next one, guys, we'll just do one long form and send it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's true.
When you going down to Chris, Gary, to work on that thing?
I think I'm going to plan it here in May. I'm recovering from a little bit of a trip here with my oldest for her ringette team. But yeah, once I get with whatever the dust cleared from that, I think I'll be jumping on a bird and sliding down there. So
nice. Week or something like that?
Yeah, I think so. I got to figure it out. So Britt, the wives have been connected via podcast, but they haven't met in person, right? So we got to figure all that out too. If she's going to come down first trip, come to the Detroit deal, how that's all going to work. But I got a feeling those two might be a worse match made in heaven than me and Chris here. Christ. We'll be
Great.
babysitting those all bloody week. But
Tom, you might as well just come down too, man.
Dude, I know I want to come down so bad. I just got to find the time, man. Time is like precious these days. It's crazy. At least like
So,
my daughter
are
in
you
that
gonna do? Are
Fox
you
Fest.
doing your ship box, or what's the deal?
Yeah, so it's funny.
Oh,
I
yeah.
just messaged a guy off Facebook. I'm sorry, I'm a little congested today. I just messaged a guy off Facebook who gets titles. So I think it's like $275 and he'll get you a title for your car. So I just got to get a picture of the VIN, send it to him, and as long as I get the title, yeah, we're definitely gonna do it. Like we've already got the motor, we've already got the drivetrain, we got everything we need for it. So I'm looking forward to that. The only thing I really need to get for it is a front bumper, and then everything else will just
is
make
it just
right.
a roller?
Yeah, so it's got an AOD in it, Gary, and from there back, the rears there, everything's there. Just I don't know, what do you say? The mouse pops up at 404 pops up in the video, Gary. The mouse.
All right, I gotta watch this a little closer, do some zooming.
So yeah, we're probably just gonna leave the automatic in it too, and we're thinking about just carbureting it, just carburetor, call it a day.
Hell yeah!
Whatever goes. There's a couple rust spots in the fenders and stuff. I think we're just gonna cut them out and patch them, weld them, and leave it how it is. Whatever we want to do. Military, like army, like ammo cans for armrests, like just whatever we got laying around, throw it together. So it'll be pretty cool.
I love it.
Yeah,
Nice.
Yeah.
That's the
Was
plan.
that
as long as this title comes through, I might actually. There's a couple more shows I got to bring my car to this year, but that's the car I'll probably bring with me everywhere. That's the car I'm probably going to bring to Foxtoberfest.
Look who just joined. Jay, what's up, sir?
Oh, Mr. Ronka.
Yeah.
Dutchman.
That'd be pretty sweet, carbureting it, buddy.
Yeah, it's just the easiest way to go. I mean, we have everything for it. So we already got the intake and all that stuff. So you might as well just give it a whirl.
Yeah.
And then that I'll
Mikey
just
knows
that
his way around a carb, right?
Yeah, for sure. I was actually at his house tonight working on his engine bay. Because we're painting that. Yeah. So we primed it up tonight, and then we're gonna try to get work through the night Friday night and get it painted by Saturday. So he can start putting his motor back in it. Yeah, motor's out of it. Yeah, he's doing a ton of work.
Nice.
Crazy.
Yeah.
So Timothy, and you guys might not know this either, gents. So my 86 gearhead actually pried it out of my hands. It's gone.
I saw he did a little video on that, like a little teaser.
Yep.
For his daughter, right?
Yep. Yeah. So I really wanted to. My original intentions was to get the car and bring a trailer, but Gearhead, obviously, since he saw it, because he physically was here, and so was his daughter. Daughter actually really loved the car, and he's been poking me, and part of me was like, you know what? The guy I got it from, the original owner, his parents got it for him when he graduated high school, and that was the car that he drove when he went to college. And what? This is kind of like a nice secession story, and obviously he really wanted the car. And honestly, going back to time, I don't have the time to prep the car or to have prepped the car and gone over all the things to get it ready for bring a trailer. So I was just like, Matt, these are the things that you're going to have to look at, obviously, to make sure that it's reliable for her. And he was like, yeah, man, send it. So it's gone. I freed up one spot.
He wanted that car from the first time he saw it.
Oh, yeah, he loved it. Absolutely loved it.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah,
you know what's funny, man? Like, I'm thinking. Sorry, Tommy. Go ahead, buddy.
No, I was just answering a comment. I was just saying, Chris knows that his internet's lagging.
Yeah.
Yeah, I caught Gearhead's reel or whatever he did there, and I'm like, good grief, that looks familiar, that car. And it's funny. So that was yours, huh?
Yeah, I kind of knew it was as soon as I saw the video. Dominant.
Yeah. Geez, his car looked good at Ponies in the Smokies.
It did.
As
It's good
always.
old
How much is that $5,000 convertible?
$5,000. It comes with a booster seat. Did you guys see that video?
Oh, I was howling, dude.
I was telling Chris, Gary, if you ever get a chance, Ponies and Smokies is a really good show, man. You should come.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I know,
like
right? I'd love to hit that
underglow heaven, dude.
Really?
Oh my god, yeah, because the at the Quaker State, I guess it's a restaurant, whatever it is. There's like the big parking lot. That's actually where the Ponies and Smokies wall is. That everyone you see all the pictures taken with. But you go down there at night, man. It's like it was like 1990 all over again, man. People hanging out, underglow, stereos pumping. It was cool, dude.
Sweet.
Yeah, really
Nice.
cool.
So, well, and I kind of wondered, buddy, like, so you guys are obviously in that, convention center or whatever it is. Like, are you in there all weekend long? Like, you bring your car in on Friday and forget about it till Sunday?
So the show actually starts like Monday. So you could drive it around Monday through Wednesday, but it's got to be in the building by Thursday at 11 p.m. at night. And then it doesn't come out until the show's over.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, so we didn't get to drive them around or anything like that. They were locked on lockdown in there. But it's a cool show, man, and a cool layout. A really, really fun time. The area is super family friendly. There's like amusement parks on every corner, like everything you could think of. It's real cool. I was telling Chris about it. It's a good show.
Next year.
Well, you and John were both good sports. That picture of you polishing the wing and John doing the truffle shuffle. I mean, holy Christ, there was pure comedy.
The wing was funny because Dominic's on the way down. Dom's got an open trailer, and we hit like rain. He hit rain like 45 minutes after, and Dominic, that thing left his garage perfect, and we hit
tight.
He could say whatever he wants. I know it left there perfect. And we hit rain for a few hours on the way down because we always meet up in Carlisle. Same place we met Jordan, actually. We always meet up in Carlisle and we go to the shows together from there. So we got there, his car was trashed. So we all just kind of chipped in and wiped it down. And I was like, "Oh, Dom, you missed an opportunity. I was cleaning your wing." And he's like, "Oh man." So I was like, "Let's just do a pose for it real quick," So yeah.
So did he drive down? He drove it?
No, he trailered it, but in the open trailer.
I was gonna say, yeah. Doesn't he have an enclosed, or was that Steve's trailer?
Steve's got an enclosed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I don't know that I've seen him load. How the hell did that all work at Foxtoberfest?
What? So when we got
haul his down there?
Yeah, when we got you're talking about when Dom's car was in the enclosed?
Yeah.
So this is what happened. We got down to Foxtoberfest. Dom thought it was going to be rain, so he kicked Steve out of his own trailer and pulled his car in.
Oh, I love
That's
it.
the real story. That's what really happened.
Oh. Well, guys, we don't need to worry about any rain here.
So when you saw Dom's car in the trailer and Steve's car out in the rain, Dom took Steve's car out of his trailer and put his car in. That's what happened.
Unreal.
That's how I know his car left there perfect,
Oh, here we go.
Too funny.
What a beauty. Yeah. Hey, Steve, everybody wants to see your car. Get it out of the trailer. Keep the back door down for me, though.
Crazy. Pitts is cool, though, guys. You would really like it, man. Like, they have a representation of every year from the first year right to 22. And it's kind of like a circle in the convention center. So you could start at 64 and work your way right to 23. Just walk a circle and see like a almost pristine model of every year. It's pretty cool. It's really cool stuff. And then the center,
since 64
Mustangs. I'm saying, like, you could see examples of Mustangs every year from 64 to 23. It's cool how they do it.
That is cool.
Thanks, Sean.
Well,
Yeah, thanks, Sean.
Yeah. I mean, I only ever catch the Fox body stuff, right? So I had no idea that it was. I guess it makes sense. It's called Ponies in the Smokies, but
Honestly, Gary, like I'm usually just at Fox Body shows myself, but this was cool. It was cool to see. There's a lot of S550s there, and some really, really nice SN95s, like really nice
really,
SN95 cars. Yeah, nice SN95 cars than I've probably seen at any show. Like nice ones. Yeah,
Hey,
super nice.
I'm gonna have my SN95 at Fox Fest.
Are you gonna bring it?
Yeah.
How are you getting it there if you're driving the ship box?
Well, it's up in Canada. It's up in storage. So this is kind of the perfect opportunity to get it out of storage. I'll get it to the show, and then from there, I'll bring it here to Texas.
All right, that works. Who's gonna someone gonna drive it down for you? You're gonna have it shipped.
It'll probably Jordan will probably drive it down.
Oh, nice. I got to go to that show, man.
Yeah,
I got to make that happen for sure.
I think everybody needs to go to that one, man.
So I saw in the comments, dude, someone brought up Lemon Drop, Chris. What's the scoop with Lemon Drop? We haven't seen nothing on that.
I bought another lemon to replace it.
So you're not doing that one anymore?
No, I am. So the problem is just logistics, man. Like it's sitting at the body shop in Toronto still, and I just can't get away to do the work that I want to get done on it. And it's just logistics, honestly, because it takes a lot, as you know. Like you can't just kind of drop everything, and even to take a week isn't enough time to, you know what I mean? You're wasting the first day or 2 days just to get settled and like wrap your head around what's going on. So Lemon Drop was like a project that started before I left for the US. And then unfortunately, I just took it as far as I could get. And then I sort of abandoned it. So I'm a little bit to blame. I did pick up another 93 feature car. It's sitting outside. So whether maybe I build that one out quick as like a precursor to the Lemon Drop build, we'll see. I couldn't pass it up, dude. I was like, whatever.
You love yellow too.
Oh, favorite color.
Dude, it's one of my least favorite colors.
So see this like Tiffany blue beam here?
Yeah.
It goes like all the way around. So that's going yellow. And I've got a bunch of brand new lifts coming.
Yellow.
I have some yellow. And then I was just getting the floors quoted out actually before the
In
live.
yellow?
Not yellow. There'll be yellow in it, but not yellow floor.
I'm interested to see that. Gary, are you a yellow guy?
no. I remember having a short stint with it in the 90s, but never. I don't know that I ever wanted like a yellow car or anything, but
Thanks, Shelby.
no. Yeah. Yellows, like, I mean, I guess there are some yellows that I can appreciate. There's yellows in different scenarios I can appreciate, but definitely not a
So
yellow
Gary,
lover.
What about the SN95 Celine Speedster? Yellow on yellow on yellow.
Yeah, see, like that's one of those situations for me, right? Yellow wheels, yellow everything. That I can warm up to 100%.
No way.
I think what I like about yellow is that it's not for everyone, but when you do a really nice build with it, people will really respect it and like it because it's so different that it's not, I hate it because it's yellow. It's like, I like it. I wouldn't paint my car that color, but I like it because you did it and you own it. It's kind of like having friends who own boats. You know what I mean?
Funny.
It's like you don't want the responsibility of owning a boat, but you're happy you have friends that do.
So my very first Fox body was an 87 T-top yellow car, actually.
Really?
But like that sand beige yellow or whatever?
No, like canary yellow, dude.
Oh, someone painted it?
Yep. My first Fox body I ever owned. 87 T-top.
You know what? Okay, long as we're going back in the memory bank, I had yellow drums and yellow calipers on the green coupe.
Oh, that's
horrible. That's horrible.
Drums at that.
Oh yeah.
Horrible.
Yeah, like
got
18 years old.
You got pictures?
Well, I'd probably have to go through my mom's photo albums. Like we're talking sticky photo pages days, right?
Right.
That's back in the days
Yeah,
when you looked
like
like Zach Morris.
Well, might have had some yellow tips too. Yeah. Oh, look at this. Finally, I'm back in the good books, everybody.
So Zach, the Cali Coupe actually did sell. It's still here, but it's sold. It's actually going back to Cali. So there'll be an update video on that. The wheels are getting swapped. The fortunate for me, the new owner opted against the snipers because the 17s have it too low to the ground. So it's actually going to be on 18s again. I'm not going to spoil what wheels are going on it, but yeah, stay tuned. But it's gone as well.
Oh, I want to tell you guys, I don't know if I'm supposed to say anything, but I think, and don't quote me on this, if he's watching, don't quote me, but I got a FaceTime from a number today from DC. I'm like, who is this? So I answer it, and Wet Fox Vert himself FaceTime me to say happy birthday.
Really?
Yeah, and I asked him what his car was, and he says he thinks it's going to be running by Chocolate Fox.
So he told us it was going to be ready for Chocolate Fox. Did he not, Gary?
Yeah.
Yeah. I heard. So he FaceTimed me, and I asked him, and he wouldn't go into too many details. He just kind of laughed like, yeah, it's going to be running. And that was all he would said. So that's an interesting little side note. Anyway.
Well, that'll be cool.
That two-tone emerald green and gray, that one's got a special place in my heart.
Yeah.
You guys, both like two-tone cars, don't you?
I might have my Twilight Blue GT coming.
Really?
Oh.
Yeah. I don't want to jinx it. I'm going to know more tomorrow. But Gary knows my old man Mustang hookup. And he has one. And I've been working on him for a long time now. And I think I might be able to pry it out of his hands. So it's a pretty nice car. Ironically enough, he just went and picked up today an 89 4-cylinder automatic coupe. Sand beige, or maybe it's the tropical. I don't know what yellow is in the 89 on beige with 20,000 original miles. Garage kept its whole life. He says it literally looks like it's out of the showroom.
That's cool, man. He probably paid for it, though.
Yeah, I guess pretty much like bidding war. I think it was sort of like that. I'll give you like double your ask in cash and coming with a, you just don't hesitate, right? You just make the deal. So that might be one that could be up for grabs. So if anybody's interested in that color combo, it is absolutely flawless. I'll probably get footage of it, and it'll probably be a great Godzilla swap candidate for somebody.
That'd be cool.
Who saw that coming? Hey, sand beige. Like, it still boggles me.
Yeah.
It's an awesome color, man.
What's the thing, right? Like,
I don't know. And I mean, I guess I personally always liked it, but I like those like flat, like earthy color. You know what I mean? Like if I was going to do anything other than black, white, and gray, it would be like something like that, I think.
Oh,
like,
Matt just says it's almond. 89 is almond. So it's almond on beige.
That's
going to be a cool car. Cool car.
Tom, you brought up the two-tone love.
Right.
I've said this before, but for anyone that hasn't heard it, like two-tone is the last thing I would have walked into Ford and checked the box on had I been ordering a brand new car. Like never, ever, ever would that have occurred.
Me either. I still don't like it.
Well, see, and now I've gone the other way as time's gone on. It's got my attention. I think it's the nostalgia of it, right? Like, I mean, was there ever any Camaros that were two-tone? You know what I mean? Like, it's
a question. I don't know that there was. I don't think that there was.
Weren't they? Didn't the IROX have like a silver side skirt option?
I don't know. Maybe I could see
silver.
Green with silver, maybe, right?
I want to say there was red with silver. I could be red, black. Well, the Cavaliers, those Z24s, they were all two-tone.
They were. Okay,
those things were
so
cool, the
there I
Z24.
stand corrected. But I was going to say, like, two-tone is one of those things that, you know, it's got the Fox body flare to it. Some pickups came that way too, right? But it just says Fox body in so many ways.
Oh, there's definitely like an old school vibe to it for sure.
Yeah.
It just, you know, I think my very first vehicle was a Bronco 2. That was two-tone, like tan and like that shit brown. Oh my God.
Yeah.
So, it was horrible, man. But real quick story. I get my license. So my sister gets her license. She's older than me. My dad puts like she had a Z24. My dad sends the thing out, make sure the motor's good, new brakes, new tires, whole thing gone over, blah, blah, blah. Perfect. I get my license. My dad hands me the keys to this piece of shit Bronco. And he's like, listen, you owe me $1,400 for the truck and the trans is slipping. So you better figure it out. I'm like, Dad, what is this? Like, you take care of, my sister's name's Teresa. I'm like, you take care of Teresa. Like, he's like, you know what he says? He goes, Gary goes, you're a boy. If you break down, I expect you to find your way home. That's what he said. So long story short.
One sec, guys. I'm gonna mute myself. I got thunderstorm coming, so shitbox is going out, and Tom's favorite white coupe's coming in.
I love that car. I'd buy it in a second.
Well, don't mute it then. Let it. We'll talk over the shitbox firing up.
All right.
Yeah. So that's
Tom.
a
Now that
true
you
story,
say that,
I ended up
this is
flipping
funny,
that
dude.
Bronco like a month later.
Did you?
Oh yeah.
Now that I think about it, so my first rig was a 88. Was it 89? I think it was an 88. Extended cab, 2-wheel drive, two-tone Ford Ranger.
There you go.
Yeah.
What color?
Blue, like midnight blue.
The dark
with
blue on the
silver
top
bottom.
and the silver on the bottom.
Yeah.
So my second truck was a Bronco 2 that had that combination because I flipped the first one.
Like rolled it.
But, yeah, and that's how I bought. Yeah, that's how I learned to drive stick on the second one. So it's another real funny story with that truck. That's your ride right there, bro. It looks good, bro. I don't care. The thing looks sick.
It does.
I gotta actually say something to Chris about the one-piece headlight.
Okay, you told me to
awesome.
watch and see if that front splitter clears.
It made it.
It's close.
No, it's close, but it made it. So 1996, I think it was. We got a big blizzard in our area, and my dad got stuck at work, and they canceled school.
Yeah.
And he calls me he's like, listen, don't go driving. I just got my license, you know. Don't take the truck out today. It's bad. I'm like, oh yeah, sure, Dad, sure, whatever, blah blah blah. So no sooner did I hang up the phone, man, I was in the truck and gone, right? And I ended up rolling this thing 3 times on its roof. That man drove. He made an hour and 15-minute trip in a blizzard in like 45 minutes. Walks into the hospital and he's like, looks at the doctor. He's like, is he okay? Doctor's like, yep, he's good to go. You sure he's okay? Yep, good to go. You sure he's okay? 3rd time the doctor said I was fine. Whack. Dropped me right there. True story.
Nice.
Yeah, and then I ended up buying another Bronco 2 with that color combination.
Okay.
It's pretty cool. I love this car, dude.
The Cali Coupe?
The OG, man. I fell in love with this car driving it.
You drove it, right?
Yeah. I love it. I would buy that car in a second. I wonder if he fixed the timing cover yet, or is it still leaking?
Oh yeah, I know he talked about it when I was down there, but I don't know if he did or not.
He even did a whole video on it. Remember? He even did a whole video on it.
Yeah.
Chris, did you ever fix the oil leak in that thing?
Oh,
The timing cover?
coolant leak.
The timing
No, not
cover.
yet.
No.
So I finally got a set of GT40 irons, 3 bars. So that's sort of what I was waiting on. So I got those, and I got a set of Cobra Crane 1.6s. So I've got everything now. It's just a matter of ripping it apart.
Did you decide if you're going to keep that hood or go with the original?
With what? Sorry.
Did you decide if you're going to keep that hood?
So I have the factory hood painted already. It's up in Canada on my friend's wall. So I need to get it back from him.
Right. I know you were talking about maybe leaving the one on there.
What hood's on
I'd
that
rather
one?
the stock hood.
Yes, I agree.
Keeps the bay clean.
What
Well,
hood's on
Gary,
it?
It's
The
Which
technically,
hood is on?
Ram
it's technically the Mach 1, I believe.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
like the Ram
right.
Air style. Same one that's on the ship box.
Yeah. It's like I think they called it a Mach 1 back in the day, Gary. I'm actually pretty
Right,
positive.
I think the Mach 1's, oh no, Storm and Norman is cowl. And then
Yeah,
Mach
Storm
1
and Norman is the worst hood ever made.
yeah. Like a
This
Celine
comes
wing.
up in
Nothing
pod.
like it.
Right.
Nothing like a Storm and Norman hood and a Celine wing.
Oh my goodness, it's horrible. Gives me nightmares.
Can't warm up to him, hey? Not even on the right car. I mean, I think
just
Dom's
can't.
car pulls it off pretty good.
It does. I mean, listen, like I always say, like it doesn't. If a nice car is a nice car, right? And and these things are so subjective to opinion. And this is what pisses me off about people's comments, right? Like they're just so subjective. Like you could have a beautiful car with everything you hate on it, you know? Like, but my opinion is I just can't do it. I can't get over it. Like I can't look past a Storm and Norman hood and a Celine wing. You know what I mean? I can
Right.
acknowledge a beautiful car. And I don't know. To me, anything would look better. I tell this to Dom all the
Right.
time. He knows. He's in here. He'll tell you. You know?
Yeah. Here's an interesting one. So Timothy, here, we've kicked this around on the podcast quite a few times, and well, it's a fairly long and drawn out conversation, but I think most of us, and I'm maybe just going to guess, Timothy, you might be a little younger in vintage than us, because we always go back to the fact that GTs were always the pick of the litter. Everybody wanted a GT. There's a reason that I don't have the LX badge on that green car, because it was one of the first things I pulled off because I didn't want it looking like an old lady's car. There was another green notch where I grew up, and it was a 4-cylinder car, and I'll be damned if I was going to be grouped into little old Mrs. Weir's category, right? So what do you think, Tommy?
That's a really good question, because I don't know the answer. Like
What, the boner for notches?
Yeah, like I mean, it's a really good question because yeah, obviously notches are the most desirable right now, right? But I can't explain why that happened.
Supply and demand.
You think?
Hey, because think of, let's just say notches were the least amount of cars made, right? And just go out and try and find a really nice GT right now with the amount of numbers that were done. So it's like, if the amount of nice GTs resembles the amount of nice notches right now, while they made way more GTs than they did notches. So notches is going to be up here while GTs have like leveled off. You know what I mean? Because before it was the opposite. Convertibles used to be worth a shit ton of money, but you can find a convertible. You just can't find clean notches. So I think that's part of it. The other thing is, I think it's become a fad, because I think of, based on the low supply, people just keep talking them up. So like subliminally, everyone's like, oh, I need to have a notch. I need to have a notch.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, you're probably right about that. Real quick, Gary, not to change the subject. Click on Timothy's other comment. All your cars look great. Yeah, there you go. Explain that. Who are you talking to? I'm wondering who he's talking to.
I think it's Cookie Cutter.
You think, Gary?
He's talking about John, not me.
I'm wondering who he's talking about. Because Chris's cars aren't plain, right?
Maybe he
Maybe he's
thinks
talking
they
about
are.
me.
Just plain Jane and white. You know, maybe I need some yellow racing stripes on it.
Right. Dude, that car's awesome. But I don't know. It's a good question. I mean, I don't really know when or what made the flip, you know? It just happened, I guess. Dominic doesn't even like notchbacks.
Yeah. Actually,
Oh.
Dex 306 has a good point. So, and
Yeah.
me and Gary always, whoops. I think we both hit
Yeah,
it at
I'll
the
get it,
same
buddy.
time. Yeah. You know, notches were always popular in Canada. You know, it's sort of like convertibles and notches were like the big thing, but we always put body kits on our notches. That's the difference. Not all of us, but there's a lot of notches with body kits in Canada.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
actually, Gary, I've been pushing Chris about this, doing a Dash Celine video side by side.
Yeah.
Well, check this out.
See, it's perfect. He's got that car there, and he's got number 6 car, which I would say they're comparable. No,
Yeah. No, absolutely.
so I think he should pull them out on a nice sunny day, do a nice walk around, and show the differences between the two.
Well, I got to get the blue one running first. So once it's wrapped up and I can actually move it under its own power, then yeah, I'll
I think that'd
definitely
be
do it side by side.
an awesome video. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I mean, well, that's the thing, right? In the early days of the podcast, we kicked that around for a while, and like Celine definitely had like more flair surrounding power mods and things of that nature, but the Dutch story is so neat, right? Like it just
Does that Celine got wood screws holding the front cover on? I'm just gonna say it, bro.
Can you see it?
Yeah. Now I know Dash
It is
does not have wood.
It is a
screws holding the
beautiful
front
car,
cover on.
though.
Yeah.
You guys know how I feel about Celine.
That one's coming soon.
Oh yeah.
That's the nicest one in here, though.
That thing is cool. That thing is cool. I wonder if those two cars like now came out, which one would do better, a Celine or a Dash?
That's a good question.
You know,
Like if it was, yeah, because the internet gives an equal playing ground now, right?
right. So like if they were both released like today, I wonder which one would do better. Interesting.
You know, buddy, a little bit of a different twist on this story would be, I wonder how much different the world would have been had Derek been as much of a marketer and or maybe even in the United States as Steve Celine.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say it because whatever, it's my opinion. Like I think Dash is a better car. It's just a better car. Like
here's the analogy though. Like it's sort of like, man, no, it's a bad analogy. I take it back. But I'll say this because I love analogies and I thought it was going to work, but it's not going to work. But the main difference is some people are really good for the attention grabbing, and it's almost the business is first, the passion is second, versus the other way around. The passion comes first and they almost don't care. Right. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like even, what's his name? We just had him on our pod, Gare. Schlitzkus.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, he sort of like threw himself out there for a little bit, but then he sort of like pulled back. Jesse James is another one. Jesse James was Monster Garage, this, that, the next thing. And then all of a sudden it's like, screw all that fame and limelight and all this stuff. I'm just going to turn wrenches and nobody's going to know I'm doing it.
True story.
You know, so it's
I kind of like that right there, Sack. Those cars are awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're awesome.
Yeah. Agreed. Yeah. It would have been interesting to see that story unfold a little differently. And I wonder how
Or-
much different it would be.
Gary, what if Steve was Detch and
Mm,
Derek
vice
was
versa.
Celine?
Right.
See, Zach said something there. Celine was top dog back then, but why? Why were they top dog back then? Though? Was
I
it
think they
because of the
spent more
quality
money
of the?
on marketing.
Was it because of the quality, or was it because of the price tag? They were perceived that way. Because you can price something high and perceive it to be great. Like, what did that car offer that was so great?
Actually, you know what? Let me go grab. I think I've got the Dash number 9 car's build sheet. I want to see what the cost was because I'm curious, like sticker for sticker.
Yeah.
Are people leaving like droves that I'm bashing Celine?
No, I don't think so. I think, buddy, like I know I really appreciate the Detch story as I know it, which I think everybody's Detch story is a little gray. We're all hoping that Chris can pull enough people together to tell like the best rendition of what that story actually was. But like it's kind of in a roundabout way, and I'm not trying to group myself anywhere near the dimension of Derek Hansen, but I'm up here in Canada, right? So for me to come down and see you guys and go to the shows and like do all the things, I mean, you're getting on an airplane or you're driving, 24 plus hours to get anywhere. So
Right.
yeah, I don't know. It's tough being up here. There's just not as much going on. I think that also combined with Derek was a private guy. I think everyone we've had on the pod that knew him or of him says the same thing. And I think Celine just marketed better.
Yeah, I agree. But I mean, I've seen both kits in person, like real ones, and I just think Dash is a better quality. It's just my opinion of it. It looks like a better quality kit. Period. End of
Right.
story. And you know what's funny? Scott Foxrod, right? Do with the clear valve covers. Everybody knows what I'm talking about.
Yep.
Yeah.
Was just. Did you guys see the videos he just put out of the OEM, the original Celine body kit that he was working on?
No.
Yeah, check out his Instagram. He's got some videos of the quality. I'll just leave it like that. Go check them out.
Okay.
Of the quality of the actual Celine kit. Weeks
Well,
for the body work.
I can tell you, I've put those kits on, and I've put Detch kits on, and I can't even. I'm just being quiet because no comparison.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Right.
Like a Detch kit, you can almost literally put it on the car, and it's almost like it's almost pressure fit. Well, Gary saw it when I put that bumper on the GT. Like, how long did it take for us to install that Detch front skirt?
Yeah.
And that was on a GT. That wasn't even on an LX.
Right.
It took more time to pull off the fender extensions and cut the skirt than it did to mount stuff up. It was just.
That's, and another big thing is like a lot of people in the States haven't, probably a couple of the comments even say it, but most people didn't even know about Dash until, I mean, really, Chris, you're the one who promoted it to the point where people know what it is. I don't think if it wasn't for you, anybody in the States would know what Dash is.
I think that anybody who's really, really into SCCA and like racing, like proper road course stuff, I think they would have known. But yeah, it was definitely, and a lot of people have said this as well, including Joe Da Silva on the one pod, and I think Benny said it too, is that it catered towards, like, it wasn't towards the Mustang owner. Like Detch was like this elite, almost like speakeasy secret knock. You know what I mean? Like, hey, I want my Fox body to go fast. I want the best of the best. And it was like dentists, doctors, lawyers. and those were the guys that had the Dutch cars back in the day. It was not marketed towards just the average Joe Blow. Well, not really marketed at all. It was word of mouth, and if you knew the right people, then you had one of the cars.
Yeah, they didn't really market at all in the States, I don't think, right?
No, like they had a couple magazine things here and there, news articles, but like that's what you were relying on. You were relying on magazines, newspapers, all that stuff. And that was, I think, the difference, right? You know, Celine raced in Canada, and guess what? Dutch's pit crew helped Celine. You know, Derek worked with Ferrari. He worked with BMW. He worked with all of these big companies. He was focused on racing. Whereas, don't get me wrong, I don't know. Celine's probably involved in a whole bunch of other stuff as well.
Tons of stuff, tons.
Yeah. But there's a lot of like unknown that nobody would have known by any means.
Yeah. So the funny thing to me between the two kits and whatever, I'll just leave it like that, is I was a Desch hater, like a Desch kit hater, like did not like them at all. And I leaned more towards Celine until I saw them both in person. So the Celine looks better in, like, I feel like the Celine looks better on social media.
Right.
But in person, the Desch looks better, way better. So it's kind of like, that's just my opinion of it. You know what I mean? Like they represent differently in person.
I think almost like going back to like the whole yellow car thing. The Celine kit is much closer to, it's got more of the square edges of a GT per se. So I think it's like, we like GTs because that's factory, and because the Celine kit is sort of cut in a way that's not too far off. It's really just kind of minus fog lights and, you know, just kind of extended ports in the front. Other than that, it's very similar in nature. The Dutch kit's so different that if you just see it visually, it's really hard. But if you can be present with it in person, then it's a completely different experience.
Yeah, I agree 100%. But you know what we need, Chris? We need a shipbox Desch next.
Yeah, there's lots of those in Canada, half rotten out, rust everywhere. You know, that'd be one that Gary would be, you know, afraid to drive.
He's definitely scared, man. He can say what he wants. He's definitely scared. He's just being peer pressured.
No, I'm not.
He doesn't want to look like a bitch. So he's like, yeah, I'm all for it.
Listen, I mean, for the amount of shit that I've laid my hands on in my life, I'm like, oh my God, am I past all that? Not past it. Like, I'm not too good for it or whatever, but I'm just like, I don't know. It's not a lot of fun working on like absolute shit. And this comes from a Canadian that's worked on shit in the middle of the winter.
Right.
Get dirt and garbage in your eyes. It's like, it's really nice to work on something that's clean.
Yeah, but
Jerry. One sec.
So they'll fit.
Yeah, these are 4-inch.
But if you're doing, this is just my opinion, Jerry, on, and I probably shouldn't even chime in here, just let Chris handle it. But if you're doing a new exhaust on there, you should really look for some like rectangle tips. It would fit better.
Like on my silver car.
Yeah.
Actually, the best ones, I don't know if you look, well, Tom, you would have saw the number 5 car that I did, right?
Yeah.
Did I tell you what those tips came off of?
I forget. You probably did.
Well, I'm not going to say it here because I don't want anybody knowing what they came off of. But those tips actually work very well. Because it's like people think that this is just like a square opening, but it's not. There's a contour here.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of different angles that actually come into play if you're trying to get a flush mounted tip.
Yeah, but the rectangles do fit that better, Jerry. If you're going to do a whole new exhaust, look for rectangle tips. They'll fit better. He says, I'm not putting GN tips on my car.
That's getting close to LS swapping, Jer.
Right.
Yeah. He's bad enough with his Coyote swap that's sitting on my lift at the other shop right now.
It's too
Right.
funny.
That's been a good little series. I'm waiting for some more footage. I like seeing Jaren there, especially his plumber ass.
Oh man, he's actually been a little bit more involved lately too. So I might actually get him on the payroll. He's doing like runs for me and stuff. Like it's pretty good to have around.
It is cool. It is cool. So
Yeah.
it's full send now. You guys got what, 2 months left until the shitbox hits the road? May, June, 3 months?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's full send. Yeah.
It's gonna be
It'd
cool,
be nice,
dude.
buddy. Yeah, like if you could buzz down and see us for one of these visits, whether it's the first one,
Let
the
me know.
second one.
Let me know when you're going. I really have been meaning to come down there. I got to
Yeah.
make it happen. Even if I just hop on a plane and come chill.
Yep.
You know, I want to see a bunch of stuff. I want to ride in the
Hold
silver
camera.
car. There you go. I want to ride in the silver car, honestly.
That's a good one. Yeah.
Cheers.
Yeah.
It's waiting for you.
I want to see what it like. And I got to talk to Chris about some other things too. I'd like to do it in person. He knows what I'm talking about.
Yep.
So I'm
Yeah, buddy,
I'm sending an underglow kit that I'm experimenting with. I'm not going to tell Chris what I paid, where I got any of that stuff. I just want him to put it on the car, tell me if it's good or bad, and then I'll tell you what I paid for it. If it works,
You know what?
I
Honestly, if half the lights work, it'll fit the car perfectly.
Right. Right.
It's like one of those signs of like a shitty restaurant that you see at night where like half the lights are burnt out and it actually says something else. Like that's the shitbox.
No shit.
True.
I think it's cool, man. Are you guys really gonna sell tickets, raffle it, whatever you guys are gonna do with it? Whatever that word is, or not, whatever, you know.
We're trying to figure it out. So here's ultimately, and not that this needs to be on the live, but Gary, I have a conversation with a specialist that can discuss getting us said entity that we spoke of that would allow us to do such things. So
Gotcha.
that is something that we're looking at, that not only for this, but just there's a lot of things, whether the podcast, however we're giving back, right? Like we're how-to guys, right? So actually I made a trip to just west of Houston yesterday, and I met this guy. His name's Chucky. Bunch of Fox bodies and a lot of other cool stuff. Tom, you probably like his style. Like he's very like mechanical. Like a lot of his things, like everything is hacked up, but in a cool way. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like he's actually got like this wagon Fox body that he's building, like really just out there shit. Does his own torque boxes, does his own rear end reinforcements, like all types of stuff. But he actually has high school students that come out, and he had a group that were coming yesterday from 2:30 to 6 p.m. And there was project cars there that I saw that the kids were working on.
Cool.
And that was just awesome to hear, because I thought I was like the only one, you know, coming from my background, working in education and everything else. Like, you know, is there anybody doing that type of stuff? So he is, which is cool. I'd love to be able to do some of that here. So that's sort of why, you know, we're having some of these discussions.
That'd be real cool, man. Really cool, actually. Yeah, I was just curious if the car was still going to be in your possession at the end of the show, or if someone was going to get to take it home.
I think that's the idea for now, buddy.
Yeah.
We actually, when you were logging in, I said, because we've kicked around all different kinds of ideas on like how a person goes about doing this and avoiding any backlash from any three-letter organization, let's just say, that might want to crack down on you for any of that stuff. And so we talked about doing koozies, and I'm like, why don't we do condoms? Shitbox-Fox condoms.
Right.
Do not use for safety. Use as a novelty.
Yeah.
You're funny. You're funny. So Gary, last question, and then I'm gonna run because I got to get up super early.
Yep.
But are you convinced now that people actually want this car?
Oh yeah, like, I mean, it's crazy. You can look at Chris's videos. Like, there's so many different ways of seeing like where this thing's at. And I think it was funny because on the pod, I think the analogy I gave is me and my kids like watching Fail Army on YouTube. We piss ourselves laughing watching people hurt themselves. And I'm like, this is kind of like Fail Army. Everyone's like, yeah, go do it. They just want to see me and Chris fuck this thing up to no end.
Right.
Fall on our faces.
It's not the case though.
No, and I don't mean mess the car up because I don't think you can, but I mean, definitely this has got great content written all over it. I mean,
besides content, people want that thing, dude.
Yeah.
I want it. Mike's trying to talk me into driving out there with a truck and a trailer to try to take it off your hands. He's like, oh, we'll get it. We'll get it. He's like, we'll leave our cars at home. We'll get it. Like he wants.
You'd have to park it outside, or else your coupe's gonna have mice in it.
Right. No, I'll park it at Mike. In the HOA, let him get the fine. You know what I mean?
No, it's pretty cool.
I'm gonna run. I gotta get up early, so we'll talk soon for sure. Chris, I'll mail that stuff out to you probably in the next day or so. And then I got an amp coming to you from Danny too, which I told you about. So I'll put that in the same box and just send it. And then I don't know.
Cool, man.
We'll talk soon about another pod.
Yeah.
Awesome, man. Appreciate it. Happy birthday, man. Have a
Thanks,
good one.
guys.
Go get your birthday stuff.
All right. Thank you. Thanks everybody for coming in and listening. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I'll talk to you guys later.
See you, buddy.
Ciao.
Celebrity.
I know, right?
Yeah. All right,
Big
guys.
winner.
You probably get tired of hearing us drone on here too and go back and forth for beer runs. Now you know how the pod looks. This is what me and Chris do on the podcast.
Yeah.
Handle it. I got to run for beer.
Yeah, no, it's been good, man. I think it's probably a good time to wrap it up. I think, me and Gary got a lot of stuff to do. For anybody that's hanging in this long, which looks like we actually have a good number, we're gonna get some structure to this. We've done a lot of brainstorming now. It's sort of like, okay, between the podcasts, when Gary's coming, how are we going to release stuff? How are we going to do stuff? Because we want to, continue to make the shitbox famous, obviously, and keep you guys in the loop and the know and everything else. And most importantly, use all the parts that are sent in and give the shout outs and the thanks. And, we are going to have, Gary, when do you think we'll have like t-shirt options available and stuff?
Yeah.
By the weekend, maybe?
Yeah. I'm going to get those rocking and rolling here right away. Cause Zach came through here early this week, and I guess we'll come up with something where I'm kind of wondering, do you do just the shitbox graphic, like the car and the logo, like with no background? Do you do the kind of big square background?
So
we got
I had
figuring
two
it out,
options.
dude.
I was messing around sort of kind of with it. And Zach, if you're still in here, we're going to have to follow up with you just to kind of make it a little bit more t-shirt friendly, if you will. So I was thinking that the worded logo, Gary, we could actually do a worded logo version here. And then, actually, like this shirt's a good example of the tip with the stalker vert, right?
Yep.
So we could probably have, a shitbox on the back with our logos or something. And then I think we could just have like one that's like a big print on the front.
Right.
Maybe we should do a couple polls, actually. Maybe what we'll do is we'll throw it like up on, how we get like the previews of what it'll look like just by uploading the file. Then maybe we can just kind of like throw a couple designs up, see what people want, and then we'll just go into production with those.
Dude, so when you flipped around in your logo and the two angry eyes on the back, this just came to me. I'm like, if anyone on here has one of these old bad boys still kicking around, we need a no fear sticker for the back window of that shitbox-Fox with the angry eyes.
What's the stalker vert? Actually, those are you know what eyes those are? Pro would know. They're Fendi eyes.
Oh, are they?
Did you notice the Burberry blanket on the Celine?
No, I didn't. But if Jay's still in here, he's gonna light you up over your man satchel and your. Oh.
So I sent a picture to the owner. I'm like, dude, yeah, I got the motor out, the oil pan's tapped, everything's good to go. he's like, is that a Burberry blanket on the fender? I'm like, dude, only the best for you, man.
Right. Hey, here's another one. Remember the old Calvin and Hobbes? You don't see many of those around anymore.
Man, it should be pissing on a coyote.
There you go. Yeah, but that kind of resembles a fox too. So it might get out of context.
Yeah.
Yeah, no fear. Fuck, remember all that stupid old shit? Oh my god.
And then we got to wear Varney France t-shirts.
Right. Yeah, so we'll throw those out to you folks if anyone's interested in whatever, the old shitbox t-shirts and stuff. We'll get some designs up. And yeah, anyone kicking around with an old No Fear sticker, let us know.
Absolutely. Well, thanks for tuning in, guys. We'll be in touch. We'll get some polls up. Again, if you guys want to donate anything, a couple bucks, you got some parts laying around in the garage, the link is now in the video description, so you guys can be sure. You might have to refresh to hit that up. And oh, what's this? 3 sets of headlights to modify. Well, there you go. Cool. Well,
Jay is still in here.
of course, I'm wearing white gloves to work on that Selene. Only the best.
All right, folks. Yeah, we got another late night tomorrow. We got another cool guest coming up on the pod, folks. So stay tuned for that. This is one that I think there's a lot of people, at least if you're on Instagram, you probably got some of the same questions we've had about this fella. And he's been kind enough to join us here tomorrow night. So that'll be next Monday's pod.
And then after that, we'll have Adam from Carter's Customs. So you guys will be able to hear his story and everything else. Like, he literally started that in his garage, and then I think it took up like the first floor of his house before his wife kicked him out.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to hearing.
Not kicked it, like his business out of the house. Didn't kick him out of the house.
Right. Keep him around. Yeah. Yeah. Thanks so much for tuning in, guys. We really appreciate you. And whatever. So it seems like a lot of people like the tbox-Fox talks. So maybe we got to get a theme going here. tbox-Fox talks live.
Say that 3 times fast.
Right. All right, guys. Take care.
All righty. Good night.